What's up, guys? I'm back at it again. Another live stream. This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, and I'm bringing you a live stream. I want to give a big shout out to the customers of the AfricanSuperstar.com. I also want to give a big shout out to our members only. Big shout outs to any new viewers. I do understand there are new viewers coming to this platform, so I want to take this time and give a formal introduction of who I am and kind of my story. So actually back um, about 7, 8 years ago, I came to YouTube, just to kind of share my thoughts about different topics. I think I've kind of always had a bit different opinions and, things like that about what's happening in my world. And as my journey went on, I got a bit more, fed up with the things that were ongoing. I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio. That's where I was born and raised, and went to the University of Cincinnati. And, the life journey has been long. What's up to Superstar Bella in the chat room? She's the first. Please, guys, leave me a message if you're here. I'm just going over the story from the top. Okay, the topic of this video is, Dear YouTube, where is the African superstar? So I want to kind of go over the story for people that don't know the story. So like I said, I started this channel, actually, not this channel, but my previous channel, as kind of a suggestion from a very good friend of mine named Honesty. Big shout outs to Honesty. She actually gave me a super chat just yesterday. So much love to Honesty. Honesty is a long-standing friend of mine. We went to the same high school. We went to the same university. And following university, we worked at JP Morgan Chase Bank together in Ohio. We even attended the same church together for a while. And Honesty said, Gina, you should start a YouTube channel. So I started the YouTube channel. I really wasn't consistent. I mean, you guys know the story. Many YouTubers will tell you, oh, I used to post here and there. I kind of would just post whenever it came to me. And I was going through a lot of stuff in my private life at the time, a lot of stress on the job. I was going through a divorce, and I just was kind of trying to motivate myself through. So I used to produce motivational videos. Some of my old videos are on this channel as well. Pep talks in the morning on the way to the gym, so on and so forth. As the situation in my life progressed, and ultimately I just got really fed up with living in America, I began my journey to move to the UK. And once again, another friend made a suggestion to me while I was on travels in London, and I was complaining about returning back to the US. And he said to me, have you ever thought about living in England? Have you ever entertained it? And I had it, Amaru is back with us. Amaru's been looking for me. He just saw me on Search for Uhuru. I briefly called into Dinah's show and just greeted him as he's in Nigeria. And I found Mr. Amaru, so thank you. I'm so happy to see you. Big shout out to anybody else coming back. So this video will be helpful to people that don't know the full story, and I'm just kind of going through it from the top. So again, like I said, my friend made the suggestion, have you ever thought about coming to the UK? And I said, you know what? Let me see what's possible. And I told myself when I returned to the US, I said, okay, let's see if the immigration process is feasible. Okay. If I'm able to get my immigration sorted out, then I will go. I'll look at it as my passport out of here in America. So against all odds, I like to talk about this part of the story. Against all odds, I was able to get my passport in the UK through family lineage. And basically that happened in 2015. So from 2015 to 2017, I, devised the plan to move to the UK. I started driving Uber. And that is how I did it, and I did it under the radar. I literally picked up and moved August 1st, 2007. I moved to the UK. Big shout outs to Ruby. Thank you for stopping by. What's up, family? I'm just talking about the story because some of you guys don't know the backstory of the African superstar. And the title of this video is a question that I'm getting so often. Where's the African superstar? Where have you been? Are you back? Do you have a platform? And I want to, give a formal rundown of the situation. So once I moved to the UK, to be honest, a lot of things I felt were a bit improved. Some of the elements that I was quite fed up with in the US, but I then took on some additional, challenges, such as the living spaces in Europe. They are smaller. So that required me, living with people. I have never lived with people apart from like my immediate family in Ohio. I had a couple roommates in university before I got my own place. And obviously I live with my husband. And, after that, I've always been on my own. So that was a bit of an adjustment, having to share space with someone. And also the weather. I didn't think it was a big deal until I started having like a skin condition related to the weather and the lack of sun and, all of that stuff. There were many positives though, to move into the UK. One of those positives was I began to really heavily travel. European lifestyle is much more conducive to, traveling and leisure time, as we would call it. Most jobs will offer you 28 days of holiday time. I had roughly about a month because I was working for a psychiatric hospital. So I had, that was kind of part of our benefits package, was we did have time, that we could use away from the workplace because you need it. If you work in mental health or psychiatric services, you need it. So literally, I traveled so much once I moved to the UK. I was probably doing maybe 1 or 2 international trips a year in America. I was able to do, excessive. My last heavy travel year was 2019. I took 11 international trips. You know what I'm saying? I was gone virtually every month of the year when you calculate it. And I'm really happy. Looking at how things are going now with the travel, I'm super happy that I took advantage of that. I'd say mid-spring of 2018, I kind of started coming to the conclusion that some of the issues socially, it was still a thing. Even though I was in the UK, certain elements had improved, but certain elements had stayed stagnant. And I said, I'm just going to move to Africa now, which was kind of my connotation when I was coming. I told myself, okay, I'm going to give myself a limited amount of time, see how I acclimate. If things are not popping, I'm going straight to the continent. So I made the decision in, I'd say probably, it was actually late 2018. I made the decision that, we're just going to move to Africa. We're going to work it out. We're going to figure it out. So 2019, I did extensive travels. I was going back and forth to Ghana a lot. I set up my business. You guys know and love the AfricanSuperstar.com. If you don't know, that is my website. Please head over there. Check out all of my proprietary merchandise, created, innovated by yours truly. So I set up the business, and I also ramped up the YouTube channel. I decided, okay, I'm going to make my YouTube channel profitable. And I had already been on YouTube so long, I had a couple viral videos. I was kind of known in the community. I've done a lot of collabs with people, things like that. So I just compounded. 2019, I got monetized on YouTube. I brought my channel up to 1,000 subscribers. I got monetized. From 2020, I started the year with about 3,000 subscribers and I ended the year with 10. Also, during the year of 2020, I got sacked from my job because of my YouTube channel, basically. They found out they found out I was the African superstar because I live very low profile in certain settings to avoid, what ultimately happened, which was, a difference in mentality. If you are a self-aware Black person, you're constantly being forced to conform, and you're constantly being made to look like the enemy, and you're constantly seen as a threat or, argumentative and all this stuff. So the way I choose to deal with that is in certain settings, I just keep a low profile. I try not to draw attention to myself. It's hard because a lot of my attributes just show through. But I don't go around telling, unnecessary people things they don't need to know. So anyway, I got sacked from the job at the beginning of 2020. I had already slated to move to Ghana within June 2020. So, I put all my effort into my website and my YouTube, and I moved to Ghana September 2020. Okay. So I moved to Ghana and everything's going amazing. you know, Everything is going amazing. Um, I hosted a massive party in December to celebrate my 10K. A lot of you guys that are on the platform, you remember, my platform went to 10K last year, and I was very excited. It was wonderful. I also had a channel called Love on the Continent, and I was developing that with my then, boyfriend, Mr. Fifi, and 2021 looked like the winning moment. You know what I'm saying? It looked like the winning moment. If you guys want to hear the rest of the story, put a number 1. Big shout out to African Superstar family. I want to make sure y'all is listening today. So let me see a number 1 if y'all want to hear the rest of the story. I done brought y'all up to the end of 2020. Yeah. Big shout outs. Thank you, Superstar Bella. All right. Superstar Bella wants to hear the end of the story. Okay. And I'll bring you guys up to speed. This is now virtually September of 2021. What's up? Big shout outs. I see the family is in the building with me. Okay. So, December 2020, I was just on a winning streak. I had basically mastered the year. I know a lot of people had struggle life 2020, but I really made it work for me. My business was going very well. YouTube was going very well. My personal life was going very well. And then at the beginning of January, we got some news. And essentially, when I had met Mr. Fifi, he was entertaining the idea of coming to the UK. And he made me aware of that, you know what I'm saying? But he said he wasn't really sure how likely it was because of everything that was going on, the lockdowns and COVID and blah, blah, blah. And basically, in the beginning of January, he found out that he got approved for his visa. They had him and his family had made the investment of trying to do his immigration and stuff like that. So, he told me, I gotta go. I gotta respond. Big shout out to our members only member, Mind, Body, and Soul TV. I'm just going over the whole story. I'm just going over the whole story from the top. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys don't know me, and some of y'all think that I'm new. But no. Big shout outs, Anthony. I see you there, brother. Yeah, you're telling me. Anthony said it's crazy how you're telling me. Yes. I had over 1,000 videos on that channel. Including countless travels, collabs, viral videos, all of it, spanning over 7 years, So yes, and yes, big shout outs to Wodamaya on that. Yes, many of my YouTube family have extended themselves and, helping getting the word out using their platforms. Much love to Wodamaya, much love to Lady Visionary, African Tigress, Woke Africa Show, Dynasty Demir, O'Shea, Duke Jackson. A lot of my really close friends have been really instrumental in helping get the word out. So much love to all of them that are doing the work. So I got the news in the beginning of January, literally three days in to the new year. And it was devastating. I mean, because not only did it mean that he was going to leave, it also meant that our channel could not continue. Obviously, if you're not there, and our channel was growing quite rapidly. So I knew that it was I had the capability of bringing that thing, making it a cash cow, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about business and pleasure. I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all. If we can be together, that's great. But if we can make money together, I mean, there's just nothing better in life. So anyway, that went on in January. I was kind of reeling from the blow. I kind of pushed back a little bit social media. I just couldn't be bothered. I just wasn't in the mood. March came along and I had to come to the UK for some, business related stuff. Which, when I moved to Ghana, I expected that I would travel at least once a year to go to the UK and also go to America where I have family. And, at the time, Fifi was also in the UK. So, that was kind of like the last communication that we had about our situation, and respectfully, we just chose what we both wanted to choose. I chose Ghana. He chose the UK. I returned back, kind of refueled. I went back to back to Ghana in April, and I was like, okay, I had a refocus of some things that I wanted to do, some projects that are currently ongoing. And, I came back, and within 2 weeks of me coming back, they took my channel down. They took my channel down in April. And I was just like, okay. And, I have been a bit scarce here on social media. Big shout outs to members only. Members only has a bit more information of some current events that's going on with my life. It's a time for me to regroup and reposition. And I would say that my story it's a long story. You see, I've told it and not even in great detail, almost 20 minutes long. But my story is really one of coming back. I've just had crazy setbacks. And I feel like, sometimes I'm like, there must just be a conspiracy because I don't get it. Big shout outs. I see the family. I Am African says, I literally was wondering where you were until I was searching and found you in a new channel and started following again. Of course, I remember the 10K party. I had to, yes, I did. Big shout out. I Am African. He knows what I'm talking about. Because see, there's new people on our platform. They don't know. They see me and I'm like, oh, this is a new YouTuber. No. I was up there with my friends, you know what I mean? This year alone, several of my friends have gone over the 10K mark. Big shout out to African Tigress. For those of you, that are new, I am a world traveler. I've traveled to 6 nations in Ghana. I mean, in Africa. I was actually scheduled to speak at the Africa Day Conference, March 2020. So I posted last week my segment on RJ Makhdi's live stream. I was moving forward. I had just done an interview with BET 3 weeks before my channel went down, so sometimes you just feel like, is this a conspiracy or what? Because I was on the cusp. I was right there. But you cannot sit down and feel sorry for yourself. I would recommend that you keep going, and it's my intention to to not only get back what was taken to me from me, but to surpass that. What's up, Miss Yet Tabi? I see you there. Thank you so much for the encouragement, sweetheart. Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Mike Joseph in the building? Yeah, Mr. Marley. Now you see, yeah. But I always bounce back. It's just the truth. So yeah, that's the story, guys. I done been through a lot. I done been through a lot. I might not look like it, because I try to take care of myself. I promote to you guys clean living, exercise, rest, travel, pleasure, take care of yourself because the world is very stressful. And don't let them, and by them, I'm referring to like your enemies or obstacles, don't let them have the final say in what's going to become of your story. So many of you in the chat have just said you were looking for me. Just imagine I just said, okay, you know what? They took my channel. That's the end. I'm done with YouTube. I'm done with social media. And I kind of just left everybody hanging. An example of that, for instance, is like Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill in the 90s was just so popular. She came out with her one and only album, and it was a massive hit. And because of the ups and downs, the romantic strife she was going through with Bob Marley's son, we haven't had any more music from her in decades. She's a person, not just the only person, but she's an example of when you don't bounce back from your obstacles. You are a musician. It's what you do. If you are a speaker, if you are whatever you are, don't sit back after the obstacles and give up. And people are watching you. Shout outs to my leaders in the room. The call lines are also open if you just want to call in and say hello. I know it's been a while. We haven't had open call lines, so I'm giving you guys an opportunity to call in. Don't give up. Don't give up. I tell you what, the next time my platform gets to 10K, I'm going to really celebrate even harder. I did it big last year with my 10K party. Yeah, I did it big with my 10K party. Yeah, I had 10K kente, star-shaped cake. You know what I'm saying? I had a DJ, I had an MC. We came out. We had a red carpet. You know what I'm saying? I hosted my party in Ghana. But this next one's going to be even more sweet because of the obstacles that was set before me. I'm super, super determined. And I look forward to future milestones beyond this. But that's in short the story. Where have I been? I haven't been anywhere. I've been right here all along. This channel, for instance, was my backup channel that I started in January of 2021. I kind of had an inkling that, they were coming for me. So I decided to set this channel up. Now, some of the family came over. So when the channel went down, I was able to just kind of, a lot of my regular viewers were already subscribed to this channel. And then I kind of went on a circuit, went to a lot of my friends' platforms and stuff like that. But, as you can see, we're gradually growing. I know a lot of my viewers, obviously, I don't have any way of reconnecting with them. If they're not looking for me, then they may not know. They're just not seeing videos and they're just, whatever they may be, and then it's quite difficult because you have viewers that come to you in so many different avenues. And sometimes maybe they subscribe to your channel once and then, reconnecting with all them. So it has been a task, reestablishing my platform. But I'm committed to it because I think that these kind of conversations are absolutely critical. There's a lot of our people that are out there talking nonsense in the public eye. Yes. And we need a balance. There's many of you guys that are kind of like, oh my goodness, I love your platform because I used to feel alone. I used to think I was the only one who thought like that, blah, blah, blah. So I know that there's a need for this kind of content. And, I'm going to continue to press forward and things like that and showing alternative options for our people, really. If you live in the West and you're sick of the West, it's not the only option. Maybe the continent is a better fit. I hope so. I hope so. Yes. That 25K. Yes, because that was actually my forecasted goal for the year. Anonymous is right. My forecast was to have my 25K party at the same time as my birthday party. But that didn't happen because my channel was moving. I was at 11K in January. That gave me a total of 5 months to increase it by 14K, which when you're at those levels, it's easier. It's easier to get your channel more momentum when you're on those levels. So I was definitely planning a huge party. I'd say probably once I got to 20K, I would just go ahead and start planning the party. But we move forward. Big shout outs to my Mind, Body, and Soul TV, our members only member. They are designated by the circle next to their name. She's telling you guys to like, share, and subscribe so you can participate in the chat. That's right. Oh, I forgot. Yes, this is a subscriber only chat room. Thank you for reminding them. If your comments are not coming up, it's because it's a subscriber only. Yes. So you got to be subbed on my channel to talk in my chat. I believe in rules and parameters. They can be very good. Karamay, what's up? What's up, family? I'm talking about the story. I took it all the way from the top. Some of you guys coming in, you missed the whole story. But yes, you may not know my story because I do recognize we have some new viewers here. Obviously, my videos get circulated on Facebook, WhatsApp, stuff like that. But I'm definitely not new. I'm not new. They took down my platform. We are rebuilding, and striving to get to the higher levels. I liked having. I like my platform the way that it was, but it can certainly be better. And so we move. That's what we say in Ghana. We move. We don't sit down and just take the things that life has given us. And also I really just want to be an example for you of when you have the setbacks, like consciously choosing to come back. Consciously saying, I'm not going to be stopped. When I briefly went, what's up, Tiffany? I see you there, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I'm happy this message is well received. When I briefly went back to the UK in the spring, to be honest, I was kind of in a very contemplative place, because my situation with Mr. Fifi was so unforeseen. I was debating, like, have I made the right decision? Am I why is this happening? Because I tell you what, some of you guys, first trivia question of the evening. If you've ever been on the highest high of your life, okay, and then immediately next to that, you go down. Let me hear a number one. Let me see a number one. So, I was on the incredible high of moving to the continent, like I planned, getting my platform to 10K by the end of the year, like I planned, in a great relationship, like I wanted, developing more media from the content. Everything was working. Everything was on point. And then all of a sudden, like that. It was like a steep, you know. And then not only that, it kept going. It kept going. Big shout outs to what's up? Oh, I think I know who this is. Let me hear the voice.
Hello, Gina. How you doing? You all right?
Oh, where have you been? Where have you been? I missed you.
We
Welcome
missed
back.
you. We missed you too. We missed you too,
Welcome
Gina.
back. Welcome back. I
How
have
are you
missed
doing? How
you.
are you doing? Are you doing good?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you so much for calling in. Good to see you.
I'm just here. I'm
Yeah.
not here. I'm not here to preach anything or something. I'm just here to say hello.
I know. I'm so happy when I see family members coming back. You know, I know your avatar. So I was like, oh, is it? Yes, yes. I'm doing good. I'm very happy to see you. You know, it's
Yeah,
been a while.
yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while. I think your channel it was the best channel out of all of them. I can tell you, you had a lot of clarity, and you were very receptive to what people were saying, and quickly understood. You understood
Yeah.
what everybody meant and all that. So we like that
We,
and all
we,
that. So
we
I
coming
know.
back strong.
Yeah,
We coming
I,
back strong.
I can see you're determined about that. So I'm not surprised you're gonna come back strong. So I think you're definitely gonna do that. This setback is one of those, and I can tell you, be living in the UK, you don't want that kind of limelight towards you there because it gets you into that kind of trouble as well.
Yes,
So that's why some of us are hidden in this in this
I
avatar.
know. I
Yeah,
know.
that's it. So but one thing I can say is yeah, I don't doubt that you're gonna come back stronger. I think if you stay that way and you stay grounded, and I would like the fact that you're honest about it. It did hurt. It hurt. You put a lot of effort and a lot of work in. Yeah, so nobody can say something. That is a lot of effort, so it's gonna hurt. So you're gonna so it makes sense that you're gonna try your best to come back stronger as well. So that I think everybody can recognize that as well.
Mm. Oh, thank you. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Everybody
Welcome.
can recognize that. So I think your channel will bounce back. Just continue with the consistency as well, and it'll bounce back. And by the time you know it, this will be this will be in the
It
back
will be
of your head
behind.
again. But
It will be behind.
it's really really bad. One thing I can say, Gina, is you do have family in the UK or America as well, isn't it? You have business.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I have a few family members in UK. My mom and my junior sister are in the US.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Don't ever be absolute with any idea. Be flexible minded.
Yeah,
You
you
always
have to be.
yeah, you always yeah, you have to be, especially in Africa. You have to be flexibly minded. And even if you're going somewhere, always know how to maneuver yourself flexibly. And you have family in the US, so you can back and forth to Ghana and all that stuff. That's how to that's how to do it correctly.
Yes,
The back
yes.
and
Thank
forth,
you.
back
Yes,
and forth. If you just decide to
indeed.
just be in one place and one time, you remain there. In order to, you need to move around. You need to be able to move around, and I think
Yeah.
that will suit you best. So don't feel like you don't have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself because you're doing it for
Mm,
you understand.
thank you,
You're doing it
sweetheart.
for your own benefit in life, so you don't have to feel the need to prove anything to anyone. And when you're doing business, you have to make you have to be malleable. Do you know what I'm
That's right.
saying? You
It's
have to
true.
be malleable.
And I mean, and quite honestly, you know, people, members of the diaspora that are able to go, like you said, back and forth, it can be a resource for you. You know, you can get certain goods, you can do blah, 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 you can get the currency, you know, and it is a asset to us. So absolutely, you know, I kind of anticipated that. The goal of mine was to spend the majority of my time on the continent, you know.
That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's the goal. But obviously, my business is based out of the UK. All the registering, you know, all that stuff is out of the UK. My business document, so I have to come sometimes to
Yeah.
take care of those things, you know. And I knew that, you know, I was aware of
That
that.
is the best state to be in because
Yeah.
you have to sometimes anchor yourself to where you can benefit. You don't have to leave all of a sudden and all that stuff. But if you plan to spend more time in Africa, that's fair enough. But you have to be flexible to move about and all that stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know,
Absolutely.
that absolutist thing is that I'm just gonna be like that. Then you're stuck. You're stuck in one place, and But Gina, I think you always good keeping good spirits and all that stuff. So I think your
Yes.
channel will grow back. I have faith. Don't lose faith as well, and
Yes.
remain strong. That's all I can say. You know.
I'm so happy you're back. You made my day. Thank you so much, sweetie.
No,
Take
no
care.
worries. I'm sure you've heard me had a lot of fights on YouTube channels. The debate.
You're always stirring up something with the dissenting view.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
But
Anyway,
that's okay. We still love you anyway. We still
uh,
love you anyway.
anyways, cheers. Nice to see you again. Keep your head up, and what do you say? Keep calm and keep going. Keep calm
That's
and
it.
keep going.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. Keep calm and keep going.
All right. Cheers.
Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye. Big shout outs to the kind words of one of our, staple viewers from the previous platform. He's back. He's found me. Big shout outs. He shared a lot of gems, a lot of, very relevant information, which I do talk about here sometimes. You have to determine the journey for yourself. The reality is, many members of the diaspora, in order to really settle themselves, you may have to go back and forth. You may have setbacks. Things may fail. Whatever, you might have to regroup. It's part of the journey. In as much a lot of us would like to go and just go, we do have ties, relationships, businesses, whatever, abroad that will require us to go. I would say, probably within the first 6 months of my time in Ghana, several of my friends had to leave. I had a couple of my friends that were there. One of my really good friends had a loss in their family. Um, you know, Another one of my good friends had a loss in her family. They had to travel outside. Things like this. It's part of the journey. But that, again, those things should not discourage you. If it so be, then you got to go take care of your affairs and then come back. So big shout outs to Mr. Madeira that was in the building. Guys, we talking about the story, the journey. I am not missing in action. I've been here. But a lot of people don't know the backstory. So that's what this episode is about. Thank you so much for the compliment. Yeah, my natural hair gets a lot of fanfare on this channel, y'all. I'm just in the season where I decided just to, rock my natural hair for a little while. So big shout outs to those of you that love the fro. I love it too. I'm not one of those girls that think that natural hair is complicated. I think that we can manage it. You just have to learn how to take care of it, and then you're able to do it. And it's actually easier, in my opinion, than having to go to the salon all the time. You can sort out your hair at home. You can wash it. You can style it. YouTube is your friend. It can teach you a lot of stuff. Big shout out to the family. So much encouragement. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Tiffany Jackson. I see you there, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you, Nubian Jack. The family is here. Yes, we moving back. The fact that already the platform, we were able to get the platform to 1K in about 2.5 months. My new channel is obviously it's monetized now. We were able to do that in rapid speed. It took me longer before. So we had a lot of momentum on this channel. And obviously at the moment, I'm not able to post this consistently. But those dynamics will change in the very near future, and I'll be able to, get back to my regular content. And when that happens, obviously the necessary will happen. So, thank you, family, for being here tonight. You guys, I'll leave the call lines open a little bit longer to see if anybody else wants to call in and share their 2 cents. Because it's been a while since I had a live stream, at this time of a Saturday night. So big shout outs to y'all. So that's a story, and I would say again, if you're coming into the chat a little bit late, First and foremost, this is a subscriber only chat room. Huh? You got to subscribe to leave comments in our chat rooms. And I've basically gave the whole story, how I started many years ago, how I moved from the US to the UK and then the UK to Ghana. Some people have asked, why did I make that step? Why didn't I go directly to Ghana? The truth is I needed to prepare myself, and I also wanted to do travels. And it's a lot easier from, for instance, London. You can get direct flights to a lot of places in the world. There's a lot of really good discounts. You can get, I mean, like for instance, when I went to Egypt, it was so cheap. I think I got a ticket for probably like 250 pounds or something like that. So cheap. They really do. Well, this was pre-COVID. Things are a bit different now. Travel is really expensive currently. But then you would just get a lot of deals out of major cities. That's how it's always been. New York, Atlanta, Chicago, you can always get really good flight deals to many places in the world. So I traveled to so many countries, and all while I was also going to Ghana. I was going to Ghana regularly, like every 6 months, since I came in 2017. And that was helpful because when I moved, I didn't feel like a stranger. I kind of had acclimated. I kind of knew people. I kind of knew my way around, those kind of things. So yeah, this is a story. This is a story. And, use my example, guys. Some of you, the setbacks are unreal, and devastating sometimes. Heartbreaks, loss of job, illness, just, failed businesses, scams, all kind of stuff. But you don't have to let those things stop you. I would say as long as you have, two things in particular, all right, sound mind and health, you can come back. Even some people have been able to come back from health concerns and stuff like that, but it can be really challenging when your body's not working. I understand that. If you have those two things, you can come back from anything. You can come back. I mean, financial disaster, failed relationships, failed businesses, all of it, whatever. Defamation of character. Those two things is all you need. So why wouldn't I come back? Why would I just allow that to be the end? No. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for watching me tonight. So happy to see so many members of the family back like they never left. If you are watching us tonight and you're not a part of our family, please make sure you subscribe. That way you can also access the chat room. Please do also head over to my website, theafricansuperstar.com. And also big shout outs once again to our members only members who are designated by the circle next to their name. They support our platform on a monthly basis and get access to a behind the scenes vlog. Also, any new members only, because we've had a few people join. Your videos are available in the community tab. That's the only way that YouTube has allowed me to share them. So you'll have to go through, the community tab to access the previous videos. I recommend that you do take it from the top so you know what is going on with me. All right. And Mind Body Soul TV is telling you guys to share the videos to your social media platforms. Big shout outs. That will also get the word out and help us reconnect with some of our viewers that may be like some people in the chat, been looking for me. Then they see a video and they're, oh, wow, new platform. There's some people in here like, wow, the name changed. So that's what it is. Okay, guys, it's been fun chilling with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for all the love and continued support, family. Until we meet again, stay Black and true. If you ain't Black, just stay true.